We're gonna full send. So just for context for this video, this is a customer that needs a condenser coil. It is leaking and actually came out just to double check it, because at that point, I think we were on week 5. And I think I mentioned it in the Shaft video that I did for that carrier. They told me 2 to 3 weeks for a Daikin condenser coil. We were on week 5 and still couldn't give me anything, any updates. And we are currently on week 7. Still no updates, still no ETA, still no help whatsoever. So today I'm just gonna try and get them by. We're gonna pressure test, vacuum test, probably throw in a leak seal and charge them up, because this week it's been 100 degrees, or it's forecasted to be 100 degrees. We got our new little what do you call this, subcompact by Milwaukee. See how it does. All right, let's see if we left anything in it. No. So let's do a quick pressure test. I don't remember if I emptied it out or not. All right, so this is the same thing I did last time. We got our Ambro controls, nitrogen kit, super small, compact. You can kind of fit that anywhere. And we're going to use our hose here. And then we're gonna put a couple PSI in here. Now we're gonna watch it, see what it does. It's the same thing I did last time. Like I said, I don't think I had a big leak. So we're gonna see what options we have for today. Just gonna get it over 200 and then see what that looks like. 200 on the dot, 200.3, 2, we'll see what it does. All right, so we're at 199. We lost like a PSI in 10 minutes. So like I said, it's not pissing out, but this is the coil, right, where the hail guard kind of wraps around this thing up to here. The thing is, it's a double row, so it's the two ends are over here. It's sandwiched together. It's folded over. And the only time, or the only place I had a little bit of oil from looking from the top in was in this corner. And of course, I did come out here. I took all these panels off, took the top, and kind of moved it up. And I was able to split this. Leak detector does not go off on the ends, does not go off out here. This side, I did the inside too. I checked all the U-bends over here. I also checked the evaporator end, and on the evaporator side, we took this off, checked the evaporator in here. Nothing went off until I split this and shoved my leak detector in there. So, like I had mentioned, I had seen oil kind of in this corner, and that's basically the middle of the coil. It goes this way, folds over, and then comes back. So right here is our leak. So the other thing would be to take it completely out, and this is a Daikin. We got these really small copper tubing, really small pipe size. So that's going to be, it's always a pain in the ass to fix these. So the other, like I said, take it out completely, probably solder on some ports, fill that thing up with nitro and find that leak. But I don't have time, so I'm gonna, and we lost the PSI, so I'm gonna attempt a quick vacuum, and then we're gonna put in a sealant, top it off. Maybe I'll get a better indication of where the leak is once we run it. And obviously we're only checking at 200 PSI. This thing can run around 400. It's a 410A system, around 400 PSI. Leak will probably leak out quicker, but I've had good luck with the sealant that we're gonna use today. All right, so a PSI and a half over 15 minutes. We're gonna attempt the repair. If it had lost like immediately just trickling down, I would have said no, but we're gonna full send. All right, so I went to Johnstone today. Look at this new Calgon Cal Blue design. They revamped it. I love this spray right here. So I had the old label, but the new sprayer, you don't get any foam whatsoever. So I just wanted the new bottle, picked it up. I needed a little bit more. And from New Calgon, oh, I grabbed the one with the sticker. This is the AC Easy Seal by New Calgon. There's two different ones. I've used the yellow one, which is for small refrigeration systems. It goes up to 1 ton. This one goes up to 5 tons. We're dealing with a 5-ton system, and it's for R22, 410A, and all refrigerants. Basically, I've actually had good luck with this on pinhole micro leaks. At least I've had some that never leak again, and then also it's just helped kind of get them by. If it doesn't completely seal it, it at least gets them by until we can get, like today, the coil or a new unit, whatever we have to do. We just need the hose with it, and that's it. So we're gonna do a vacuum. I want to use the big boy. We're gonna use our Milwaukee vacuum pump here. We should have oil. Why don't I have oil? We got let's just fill it up. We got vacuum pump oil. This is also from New Calgon. I didn't even know they made this. All the specs are there: viscosity, highly refined. So if you guys want to read up on it, there is the cool thing about this, it's easy to store because it's not in that huge size. I don't know if they make different sizes, I'll check, but it's not in that huge size. You get this skinny bottle that's easy to store anywhere in your van, and you get a spout. So like I was saying, squeeze bottle, easy to pour, easy to store. All right, so just left it in the middle. Probably have to do an oil change soon. I don't know what happened. I think I put the minimum last time, and I guess I spilled some or something, but yeah, new Calgon also makes pump oil. All right, I thought this was going to be a regular Schrader port, but it is not. They put a huge ass CoreMax right here on this little line here, the little 3/8, and then that's CoreMax. So I need a depressor. I only have one on me. The other one that I have here, I need to rebuild it or fix it because I already replaced the gasket, which I already shredded again, but it's leaking from up here now. I need to see if I can. I think if you just unwrench that, take it apart, you can see all the gaskets. So that's not working right now, and it doesn't matter because we don't have anywhere else to hook up or put our micron gauge in a proper place. I would have too many fittings over here to figure something out. So we're just gonna do the biggest hose that I have, the biggest pump that I have. It's going, it's going. It's 8,000. We'll see where it kind of drops off at. All right, so I think I'm gonna retire those hoses. They're just a pain for me personally to use. If you guys like them, great. And I also feel like, for one, you know, trying to get it on the pump, it was just interfering with the handle and everything just because of these connections. And I feel like I can never get them on correctly. I had a hard time getting it on. I had an even harder time getting it off. But it is on the on the 1/2 inch side. This is a much bigger hose, obviously, than your 3/8 that you normally get. But we were stuck at 6,000 microns, and it wouldn't budge. I was trying to disconnect even the quarter side from here. Could not get it off. I had to pry it off with some pliers. And lo and behold, this has been running like 2 minutes. It already got into the 4,000s with a smaller hose. This is my Hillmore vacuum hose. I'll show it in a minute. I like the build quality on it, on the fittings. I don't know if you can see those are like extra long. Seems like it seals much nicer, and we're pulling down on a smaller hose than that big blue one. I haven't had good luck with it, so now we're pulling down much more. All right, that is all you can ask for. We're getting pretty close to 1,000. I'm gonna let it run a little bit longer, but I'm already gonna start setting up. We're not gonna get a perfect vacuum, nor do I want to, because we still gotta throw our leak seal in there. But that's not bad. We're at 1,800, 1,800. If we had gotten it down to 1,000 or under, that would have been pretty damn good. But if it has a leak, I don't want to pull too much through it. I didn't get the whole can in there like I wanted to, so spilled a little bit of it. When I took it out, noticed it still had a little bit in it, so I didn't get the full 5-ton leak seal in there, but some of it's in there. We'll see. I'm gonna make it a point to come back tomorrow. I took a screenshot of the pressures that we got. It's cooling fantastic right now. I feel like 6 pounds was too much for this unit, but that's what it called for on the label. So it's starting to sweat back over here. There's an exhaust here. I can feel cold air coming out. I think they have these thermostats set like in the 60s anyway. So I'm gonna start closing it up, and I'll check on it tomorrow. I also wanted to do like a week follow-up, so we'll see. Kind of like this little Milwaukee subcompact. Just what you need, right, for screws? I was talking and I forgot my damn probes, so I got those out. Put those away. And like I was saying, super compact. Really great for this SPMC drill holster. It's or it's row concealed. So we are back here the next day. I'm gonna hook up my probes. If you guys are checking pressures, I think it's hard to justify a manifold, because you lose ounces at a time every time you hook up a manifold with like 5-foot hoses. So if you guys can get some probes or make some stubbies, I have stubbies as well. You get the analog and you get the little adapter that goes on these fittings on the service ports. If you get a stubby too, you can just quickly check pressures, or if you guys invest in probes that way, because I'm doing a checkup. Obviously I don't want to lose any refrigerant, but I'm confident because I got probes, right? You just hook up, disconnect. It's a little spray back, nothing major. Because if you're doing a checkup like this, if you're doing maintenance or you go to a service call and you want to know the pressures, a manifold, you're going to be causing eventually a low charge call. You're going to hook up so many times that in a few months they're going to be like, hey, I'm low on Freon, and you're going to be like, where is it leaking? You were the leak. So I'm a big advocate for probes if you can, or just get some analog gauges and make stubbies out of them. I think that's the way to go now. And before someone's like, oh, you salesman, I don't want to put in a new unit, but this is actually a really good area to do it, to get a crane in. It's super easy. I forgot to mention the compressor doesn't sound too good on startup. It almost sounds like that rock sound that you guys, when it starts messing up inside. So I don't know if it has any other issues. I just might tell them, we're still waiting on the coil. That compressor doesn't sound too good, and give them the option. I never tell them you need this, you need that. I just tell them what's wrong with it. Do you guys want me to fix it, or do you want to replace it? So yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards fix it as long as we can. Like I said, if you can get it through summer, that'd be great. And then eventually just replace it, because having to explain to the customer I'm waiting on parts for months is it's kind of hard. So it just makes it difficult on the contractors, technicians that have the skill, are ready to do it. We're waiting on parts. So that's always a difficult conversation situation. So like I said, we're gonna check on this in a week. Hopefully it's still running the way it is with the same pressures and everything. That way I can just kind of bill for this and then see what happens with the coil. Also, just so you guys know, they do offer new Calgon this Easy Seal Direct Inject. So where the can, you would most likely use it either on a small system where it can actually push through. I've used them on plenty of like 134A systems and 404A. Those take it really easy, but like on a bigger system, I know it's meant for 410, but like you would need enough pressure in that can to push it through, or if it's in a pump down, or if you're adding it before you add your charge, that kind of scenario where it can like actually take the whole can. I screwed up on this one. And if the system is already charged and you need a way to add a leak seal, right? I don't willingly put these in. I don't even carry these on the van, to be honest. I usually go out and get them as needed because of situations like this where like I know how to fix it. I know what we need to do. I would rather get the coil so we don't have any callbacks. It just makes more sense to replace a coil and get it going. I've done it plenty of times before. Replace a condenser coil, that system will last another 10 to 15 years, unless like a compressor gives out or something like that. I prefer to repair. I know what I need. I know I can do it. I know we can get them going, but getting the parts is such a pain in the ass. So where I cannot get something, or it's back ordered, or they're waiting and it's 100 degrees outside and they need it, okay, let's do our leak seal. If it's a leak that we can't get to, do a leak seal. The only other option, or the only other situation where I use one, is where the customer just straight up will ask me to install a leak seal because they don't want to replace it or fix it, or you know, they're only gonna pay for a leak seal. All right, cool. I'll go get one, put it in, charge them. If it's always I always say it's like a 50-50 chance. So if it works, cool. If it doesn't, then they knew the risk and they themselves asked me to do it. I don't always give this solution. It's not a real solution because you need to find the leak. I did find the leak. I just can't get the coil. So this one here offers a direct inject where you would take, if you have a manifold hooked up, you can take the discharge pressure and then like bypass it through and push this little piece. You would hook it up to the suction side with your hose, before your hose, and when you open up your manifold and push the discharge pressure, it should push everything through. And or if you're charging the system, you can put this in as you're charging, same thing. So the cans are good when you have low pressure or a pump down system or something like that, where you can take the can, and these direct injects are good when it's fully operational. You have a small micro leak and you don't want to take out the charge on an RTU because you can't pump down an RTU. You can use these and kind of use high side pressure to push it through, or if you're charging, topping it off, you can push it through. All right, that is a good sign. We still got a drip, pretty constant one. The drain line used to run under the unit right there, but after we got this customer back, because we did not do work for them for a while, somebody ran the drain like this, and I just don't want to hook it back up and have it, you know, leak inside or something. Maybe there's a reason why they did this, so that's why that is like that. This has been my go-to right now. I kind of like it. The MPMX. That is nice and hot. All right, we got a nice sweat and everything. I'm gonna be using the JB probes. They're gonna be in this bag from now on, just because I can have the display doing quick checks like this. I'm not actually doing like a troubleshooting really. This is just, I wanna make sure what the pressures are. Did we leak anything? I have this one all taped up. It is broken, but it's made out of plastic. I'll probably have to tape up the top too. But they're really good just for a quick overview, like, do we have enough pressure? But I can see that we're sweating really, really good. So Always wear gloves. Pressures are slightly lower, but it is it's not as hot today. It is 90, but we should be relatively close. Just not, it's not as hot, so it's not gonna be as high in general. Yeah, we're sitting pretty right now. Our high side is like 115 degrees. It is like barely 90 outside today. And our pressure is fluctuating, and that's kind of where we left it. So it's doing fine. I don't know how long it's gonna last. It could last another month. It could last another year. We'll see how it goes. All right, so like I said, I don't offer a leak seal on a regular basis. If the customer asks for it, we'll talk about it, or something like this just to get them by for a bit, because this was flat. I have no idea why. If that was a leak, it would have been a bigger leak. Right now it's working a week later. I'm just gonna check our temperature going down. I think we have already 50 degrees, so I think we're good. A leak seal is not really a solution. Sometimes it does work, so that's why we say it's like a 50-50 shot. And it could seal it up and give you another year out of it, whatever it is. In the meantime, if you're not ready to buy a system, or they can't do it at the moment, you're not ready to put anything in. Like, I'm not ready right now to rip this apart and find that leak. I know where it is. It's in that condenser coil right in the middle. We're gonna have to take it out completely and undo the double row, get in the middle there, split it open and get to that leak. But I haven't had time, and this was an easy fix for now. Obviously, if I can get the condenser coil, which we're on week 8, so no update. So I'm hoping they come through with that coil so we can just get them going, because this system, it's a pretty simple Daikin system. There's no big issue with it other than that leak. Everything else, the compressor's good, all the electrical's fine, the blower's fine. It just needs a cleaning. Once we put that coil in, kind of go through the system, maybe change out the contactor, all that kind of stuff, and they can get another 5 to 10 years out of it easy. So leak seal, just to get them by. If it completely seals it, I'd be surprised. But if it can get them a couple of months, I'm happy, they're happy, they got cooling right now. That's all I'm here to do, is make sure the customer is comfortable and happy, right? So we're gonna check the temp and then we're gonna get out of here.